Good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here with another episode of the Dong Report, where I give out my favorite MLB home run picks of the day. Admittedly, we got a pretty light MLB betting slate for today. We're talking Monday, July 1st. Happy July, everybody. Hope you all had a good weekend. Only 3 MLB games on tap for today, so I'm only going to have 2 Dong predictions for you guys to lock in, just putting a half unit on these bad boys. So admittedly a lighter day, but with only 3 games, there's only so much we can do. But we're on a pretty nice streak. That included yesterday. I was able to get Aaron Judge to hit a home run, but I also put a full unit on Aaron Judge to hit a home run. So we were up 0.95 units yesterday. Thank you to Aaron Judge. I lost Anthony Santander, who really upsetting. His first at bat just annihilated a baseball, 384 feet. I think there was a home run in like 28 of 30 ballparks, which is what I remember seeing on the broadcast. But it was not a home run in the ballpark yesterday, so that one was an L. And Gunnar Henderson has found himself in a little bit of a cold streak, and he just had 4 horrible at-bats yesterday. So no luck on the 2 Orioles bats, but thank you to Aaron Judge. Thank you to him having, me putting a full unit on him, and then him coming through for us. On the entire season, that brings our total losses. We're still down over 10 units on the year, which that is really bad. All of that, 100% of those losses, we're at the beginning of the season. If you look at since April 21st, which is, over 2 months now, we're up over 7 units in that stretch as well. So we are on a little bit of a hot streak, especially recently. It's been really good over the past a little bit over 2 weeks or so. So hopefully we can keep it going. Just get one of these guys today to hit a home run, and then we'll have a full week of MLB betting slate ahead of us as we get to 4th of July. But if you're not already, would appreciate if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Dub Club if you want all my plays texted to you. Only $5 a month, but enough of that. Let's get right into these Dong picks. So as I mentioned, only going to have 2 for you guys. They're both going to be in the Brewers versus Rockies game, and I'm going with Rhys Hoskins to hit a home run plus 300 odds at FanDuel. So as our first play, we're going with Hoskins. Admittedly, short odds on him, only at plus 300 to hit a home run. I also do think the books know what they're doing, and they're pricing him that short for a reason. It's been a brutal cold streak for Hoskins. I'm not gonna lie. This one actually is brutal, unlike Gunnar Henderson, which was a little bit unfair. He's only hit 2 home runs in the month of June. Definitely some risk with this one, but the game is being played at Coors Field, and Hoskins is going up against one of the worst pitchers in the MLB, specifically a horrible pitcher when it comes to allowing home runs, which that obviously is part of the reason why this is only at the plus 300 odds. So if there was ever a situation where Hoskins was going to break out of a slump, it would be in this game, in this matchup tonight. And the reason why I chose Hoskins, honestly, not a lot of batters on the Brewers are great picks to hit a home run. What led me to Hoskins was a couple things. Number one, he's got a great fly ball rate / launch angle. He generally puts the ball in the air at a really high rate. And this is because of the pitching matchup, he's one of the best batters on the Brewers, specifically at hitting fastballs, which we're going to get into why that matters. But those are the 2 things that led me to Rhys Hoskins. Fly ball rate / launch angle, along with his ability to hit fastballs. So on the entire season, Hoskins has a fly ball rate of 49%. That's the 10th highest fly ball rate in the MLB. He's got an average launch angle of 20 degrees. That would be the 12th highest in the MLB. So fly ball rate just measures how frequently you hit a fly ball, yes or no. Launch angle actually measures the degree of which the ball leaves the bat. So I think both are important to look at. Both of those show you he does a good job at getting the ball in the air. And at Coors Field, getting the ball in the air is really half the battle because of the carry, because it's being played at such high elevation. Now, I will admit his power numbers, ISO rate, all that stuff, typically not what we look for. As I mentioned, he's been on a month-long cold streak, so that kind of makes sense. But he does have a decent job of at least hitting the ball hard and hitting the barrel of the bat. He's got a barrel rate of 12.8%. That's 30th in the MLB. That's not an amazing number, but still top 30. And it's still considered great by FanGraphs standards. Anything 10 to 15% is great. 15% above is excellent. Great category for that. Totally fine. Now, the biggest reason why we want to believe in Rhys Hoskins to hit a home run, it's because of the pitching matchup, Austin Gomber of the Rockies. Austin Gomber is not a good pitcher. He stinks. He allows a barrel rate of 10.6%. That's the 5th worst barrel rate allowed in the MLB. He allows an average exit velocity, just measures how fast the ball leaves the bat when the batter makes contact. So essentially just measures power. 89.9 miles per hour. That's the 15th worst average exit velocity allowed. In the MLB, he allows a fly ball rate of 40.4%. That's 25th in the MLB, and a hard hit rate on batted balls of 33.8%, which is the 12th worst in the MLB. All those categories show a pretty bad pitcher, and that's not great when you pitch at Coors Field. But he's already not a good pitcher. And the most importantly, he throws a four-seam fastball over 40% of the time. That's a lot of fastballs. Rhys Hoskins has an ISO rate of 29.3%, specifically on four-seam fastballs. It's his second best pitch in terms of ISO rate, but his best pitch, he's only seen a tiny sample size, 18 at-bats, whereas he's seen over 300 at-bats against four-seam fastballs. So he hits fastballs, essentially his best power pitch, or the pitch that he hits for the most power, I should say. And that's not the case with every other batter on the Brewers. So I do think that there are reasons to believe Hoskins is going to come through for us. Let's hope he does. That's our first play. Next up, same game. We're just heading to the other team. Ryan McMahon to hit a home run, a plus 410 odds at Bet Rivers. So one player on the Brewers. Let's go with a player on the Rockies as well, going with McMahon to hit 1 yard. So this is another situation where the batter, McMahon, is going up against one of the worst pitchers in the MLB. Bryce Wilson is pitching for the Brewers, another pitcher that is definitely mashable, a very, very much not good pitcher. Wilson's given up 12 home runs on the year. That's already a bad number considering he has not pitched a ton of innings when you look at him compared to like the average number of starting innings that a starting pitcher has thrown. 12 home runs, and that is pretty bad. And of those 12 home runs, 7 of them have come against left-handed hitters, which Ryan McMahon is a left-handed hitter, and that's despite the fact that he's actually seen fewer at-bats against left-handed hitters. So 7 of his 12 home runs have come to lefties, and he's seen fewer lefty at-bats, which is pretty bad. His fly ball rate specifically allowed against left-handed hitters is 47.4%. That's the 6th worst fly ball rate allowed in the MLB. His hard hit rate allowed is 42.7%. That's literally would be the worst in the MLB. So his stats against left-handed hitters are among the worst in baseball. And then from there, he allows the 20th ranked launch angle as well. So he does allow left-handed hitters to put the ball in the air at a higher rate than right-handed hitters. But then if you just look at no specific splits, just look at everything. 20th ranked launch angle, not great. It does make sense when you consider his launch angle or his fly ball rate, but still not great. And then McMahon is similar to Rhys Hoskins in that his power numbers, not going to wow you. He does not have the best power numbers in the world. But what I do like is, and when I say power numbers, I mean home run numbers specifically. But what I do like about him is he hits the ball hard, and he hits the ball for solid contact as well. He's got a barrel rate of 12.7%. That's also in the grade category. That's like a fraction of a percent below Rhys Hoskins. He's got a hard hit rate of 52.4%. That's the 13th highest hard hit rate in the MLB. And he's got an average exit velocity of 93.5 miles per hour as well. That's actually the 9th best average exit velocity in the MLB. So he hits the ball hard. The reason why he doesn't have a ton of home runs is he doesn't have the launch angle or the fly ball rate that you typically look for. So if you're worried about a home run, this could be an opportunity to take his total bases as well. But he's going up against a pitcher in Bryce Wilson that allows a high fly ball rate, that allows a high launch angle. So I do think that there are reasons to believe in Ryan McMahon to hit a home run. Let's hope he comes through for us. It would be great to get both of these on a lighter slate. Even one of these guys would give us some profit. So let's at least hope for one of them. But that's all we got. Appreciate everybody for watching. Again, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good one.